Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us as we take you through this new exciting syllabus of Trinity Speech and Drama 2020. In this presentation, we will walk you through some general information on when candidates can enter for these exams, who the syllabus is for, and the skills that are developed, what the syllabus has to offer, sample tasks at each level discussing what the requirements are and the expectations, extra support information that is available for candidates and teachers to help them prepare for these exams. So without further ado, let us look at the launch dates. The syllabus was launched on 19th September 2019. Candidates can be examined for these exams from 1st September 2020. Please note that there is no crossover period between the 2020 and the 2017 versions. The aim of the syllabus specification is to encourage teachers and young people to use these qualifications as a stepping stone towards becoming confident performers and articulate individuals. The syllabus is accessible and inclusive, with an emphasis on the individual personality, interests, and abilities. The syllabus has clear objectives at every grade. It provides candidates with as much opportunity as possible to engage with authentic performance and rehearsal experiences. It provides clear guidance and signposting to support teachers and students when preparing for the exams. As is the case with all Trinity exams, these exams also assess certain skill sets through a range of contexts: performance, critical thinking and problem solving, planning and preparation, research and reflection, verbal and non-verbal communication, conversation and discussion, and of course, the interpersonal skills. Now let us talk about the broad objective of the speech and drama exams and who is it for. These exams are designed for candidates who want to focus on developing their skills and performing a variety of forms, including plays, prose, and poetry. There is a free choice of material, which means that the candidate performs a variety of extracts from a range of periods, cultures, and styles. We do not prescribe the content. The format of the exams allows the candidates and teachers to choose from a wide range of options, focusing on works in which they have a particular interest or that complement their studies. Exams present candidates with practical, creative tasks that enable them to develop invaluable 21st century skills in confidence, creativity, and communication. People who are familiar with the 2017 syllabus will notice that the 2020 syllabus has a different layout in so much as the exam requirements are laid out on the page with the assessment criteria and attainment descriptors alongside, so that the teacher and candidate can very clearly see the following: what the candidate needs to do in the exam, the maximum marks awarded for each task, any considerations that need to be noted for each task, which is in the notes section, page reference for extra guidance on the task, what skills are being assessed, and the levels of skill needed to achieve the different pass levels. Each of the grades also have clear assessment criteria and attainment descriptors, which provide insight for teachers and candidates on the expectations, or rather, what the examiner is looking for at each level. As you may be aware that the speech and drama exam comprises of the initial, foundation, intermediate, and the advanced levels, which are further divided into grades, initial right up to grade 8. Let us now look at each of these levels, the expectations and the tasks. The foundation grades include initial, grade 1, 2, and 3. At this level, candidates should give performances that show some variation in pace, pitch, and volume, and some ability to use body and space to communicate the meaning, narrative, and where appropriate, character of the material. Candidates should have some understanding of the material they are performing, some thoughts about the meaning of the work, and of any characters they are portraying, and they should show awareness of their audience. For example, in task 1 and 2 in grade 2, candidates perform 2 pieces chosen from a list of literary types. The pieces should come from published works. There are lots of ideas for poems, plays, and prose in our online anthology, and we will talk more about that later in this presentation. The performance should be clear and accurate, and some vocal variation should be evident. The candidate should be able to demonstrate some physical movement and an awareness of the use of space to support their narrative. Task 3 in the foundation level focuses on the key skills. For example, in grade 2, the candidate again has options. The first option is that the candidate can choose to read a passage at sight from their own book selected by the examiner. The aim of this task is to encourage the candidate to begin developing their skills in approaching a text for the first time and bringing the language to life. The candidate gives their book to the examiner, who will select a passage from it for the candidate to read. Now, the examiner may tell the candidate what their finishing point is, or they may ask the examiner to read until they ask them to stop. At this level, the performance should show some ability to engage with the thoughts, situation, or environment in the text or the picture. For sight reading, candidates should practice selecting sections from a book they are familiar with and quickly connecting with the situation and characters at that moment in the story. For the story based on picture options, candidates should practice creating short stories from pictures, ensuring their story has structure. Sample pictures can be found on our website. The option the candidate selects for this task will depend on what they feel most confident with. Do they prefer to create and tell their own imaginative stories, or do they prefer to work with specific text? The last task in this level is the reflection task, which tests the candidate's understanding of their performance pieces. They are encouraged to discuss the content and meaning of their performance material. At this level, the conversation focuses on the candidate's thoughts on what the piece is about and may include a question or two on specific qualities of literary forms. For example, if the candidate has performed a poem, then the examiner may ask what effect the rhythm has in the poem. They may also ask what the mood of the poem is. Is it happy or sad? And what the poem is about. At this level, the conversation should show that the candidate understands the meaning and mood of the pieces and has an ability to speak with some confidence about the performances. This brings us to the intermediate level, which includes grades 4 and 5. Let's begin with the expectations. At intermediate level, candidates should be giving performances that display some expressive vocal skills, showing a variation in pace, pitch, and rhythm, and their physical skills should demonstrate a good awareness of space. Vocal and physical skills should be used in an integrated way to support the narrative, and characterization where important. There should also be some choices of interpretation made. The candidate should be able to engage the audience with confidence and deliver a secure, clear, and accurate performance throughout. In task 1, 2, and 3 in grade 5, for example, which focuses on the performance aspect, the candidate performs 3 pieces chosen from a list of literary types. The pieces should come from published works. At least 2 of the pieces should be different forms. For example, a play extract or a poem, and one of the pieces should be written in a non-colloquial style. Non-colloquial refers to a heightened or non-conversational style, which differs from that spoken at the time in which the play was written. This is often expressed through its form and structure. Materials such as Shakespeare's verse restoration drama such as William Congreve's The Way of the World, or modern verse drama such as Bertolt Brecht's Resistible Rise of Arturo Ui could be used. More information on non-colloquial and colloquial and examples of each can be found on our website. Moving on, we look at task 4 in the intermediate level, where the focus is on the key skills. Here, candidates are given options again. They can either read and cite a passage or prose or poetry given to them by the examiner, or they can invent and tell a story using 5 words provided by the examiner. The aim of both these tasks is to get candidates to connect with stimuli in an imaginative, spontaneous way. At this level, the candidate should be showing confidence in bringing the words or situation to life. In other words, performing with sense and fluency. The story created from words is a progression on the story created from a picture at the foundation grades. The candidate should think about the structure of the story. How will it start and how will it end? What is the main aim of the story? What message they want to relay to their audience? If the candidate selects sight reading, a piece of prose or poetry, they will be assessed on their ability to connect quickly with the text's structure, language style, and meaning, and how they bring it alive. A lot of sample words, prose extracts, and poems can be found on our website. The last task of this level is the reflection task, in which, in addition to the knowledge of content and meaning of their performance pieces that is tested at the foundation level, candidates should demonstrate a deeper understanding of mood and context. So as well as asking candidates about their thoughts on the meaning of a piece, they might also be encouraged to discuss character motivations. Why did the character do what they did? Or they might be asked to discuss what elements of the piece help to convey the moods, or why they think the language is structured in a particular way. And that brings us to the last level of the speech and drama exams, the advanced level, which include grades 6, 7, and 8. Let's take a peek at the expectations. At advanced levels, candidates should be giving performances that demonstrate a wide range of integrated vocal and physical skills that are used with imagination to support the narrative, and relevant characterization. Candidates should be able to engage their audience with confidence and give performances that are accurate and that demonstrate a secure understanding of the material, and emotional investment, and show original choices of interpretation. For example, in task 1, 2, and 3, the candidate performs 3 pieces chosen from a list of literary types. All 3 pieces should be different forms. So, for example, a play extract, a poem, and a passage written for political purposes could be performed. The pieces should contrast with each other in period and or culture. This encourages candidates to increase their range in material they are familiar with, and they should be encouraged to explore material that is beyond their own culture in recognition of the rich literary opportunities that exist throughout the world. The candidate also has the opportunity here at grades 7 and 8 to perform an unpublished piece. This provides the opportunity to embrace new works available, or it may be a work that the candidate has created himself or herself. One piece can be performed with another performer, which provides the candidate with the opportunity to develop their skills of interactivity, of listening, receiving, and reacting. For the key skills in the advanced levels, that is task 4, the candidate discusses a piece of unseen prose or poetry with the examiner. This is a development on the intermediate grades where candidates read at sight a piece of text. Here, candidates take it a step further, developing their skills in analyzing a text. In the task, the candidate is encouraged to discuss the language used, the themes conveyed, the mood, the structure, the challenges the piece offers, and the vocal and physical choices they made to meet those challenges. At this level, the candidate should show an ability to engage with a thoughtful and creative response to the material. Also, an ability to connect with the language and structure of the piece and discuss vocal and physical choices in relation to bringing the piece alive in performance. Sample sight reading pieces can be found on the website as well. Finally, for the reflection task, task 5. Candidates should be prepared to discuss in some depth their preparation techniques, the challenges, the different styles of works presented, as well as the mood, context, and meaning of the pieces. Questions may include, how did you go about creating the physical aspect of the character? Describe an appropriate vocal warm-up for preparing to perform this role. How did you go about creating the physical aspects of the character? At this level, the reflection should show a mature understanding of the meaning, mood, and context of the pieces. It should also show an ability to speak with confidence and reflect thoughtfully on the performances. Now, apart from the graded exams in speech and drama, which we have just covered, Trinity also offers performance certificates for solo candidates who may not necessarily want a graded qualification, but who would welcome the experiences offered within this option. There are the performance certificates for them. We have designed these for those candidates who prefer to focus solely on preparing and delivering a program of performance work. It is for those candidates to consolidate their performance skills at the end of each level before moving up to the next level. It is also for those candidates who move through the grades quite quickly, and therefore the performance certificates act as an extra step before moving up to the next level. This is therefore a very useful exam for candidates who require extra support in their learning, as well as those who are able to learn quickly. So, as mentioned earlier, the layout of the revised syllabus aims to provide clear and supportive guidance for teachers, and the back pages of the syllabus specification, pages 33 to 37 to be precise, contain some supporting information for each type of task within the grade. Let's talk about the website now, which contains a range of additional material to support teachers and students, including sample tests, tips on performance skills in general, which we hope will help candidates expand their skills outside of the exam room. And much more will be coming up soon, including sample exam videos. The website will be updated regularly with new material, so please keep checking in with us. And last but not the least, there is also a free online anthology containing a diverse range of example poetry, prose, and play extracts that offer teachers ideas they can use for exams and the insight into requirements to help them select their own material. My name is Chanda, and we hope that today's session has answered all the questions you may have had with regard to the Speech and Drama Syllabus 2020. We are looking forward to you experiencing these fantastic exams. Thank you for watching.